Feature fight of the night, 3 5-minute rounds, and is an eliminator fight for the XFC featherweight title. Introducing first the fighter on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striker, standing 5'9", official weight, 145 pounds. His record an impressive 10 wins, only 1 defeat. Fighting out of the Champions Training Center of Savannah, Georgia, Stephen Big Fish Bass. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker, standing 5'7" tall, official weight, 144.4 pounds. His record, 13 wins, only 5 defeats. Fighting out of Gracie Baja, Orlando, of Orlando, Florida, Farkhad Sharipov. Referee Robert Romero.
All right, fighters, went over the rules before the fight. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. Protect yourself at all times. Obey me at all times. Go to your corners. Get ready to fight.
Robert Romero, final instructions for this one. The closing odds, courtesy of Nick Kalikas. Follow him on Twitter at Fight Odds. Stephen Bass at +100. The favourite, Farkhad Sharipov, at -140.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, are you ready? Fight!
First round of action. Who will get the strikes off early here? We know there's a good left hand on Farkhad Sharipov, especially when he throws it from a southpaw stance. He does switch stance. And Bass does have the gloves up nice and high.
We could be in for a hell of a fight here. Both these guys are tough.
Left hook from Farkhad early on. Outside leg kick from Bass to no avail. Jab from Bass.
Nice job getting that underhook. Let's see how he lifted it and drove him to the cage. Very important to lift that underhook, and he did it well.
Bass just pressing Sharipov against the cage. Nice little knee to the inside right thigh. Sharipov returns the favour. High knee from Bass, and they break off. Back to centre cage.
Yep, knee barely missed. Nice placement, though, as far as timing.
Double jab from Stephen Bass. Farkhad Sharipov gets under it. Pops out a jab of his own. High left round from Farkhad. You see him fighting out of this southpaw stance here. Turning back kick, one of his specialties.
Need to set those up a little bit more with punches.
Body shot from Farkhad Sharipov. Double jab from Bass.
So if I'm Bass, I'm saying, okay, when he's standing conventional, he's boxing. When he goes southpaw, I know he's kicking.
Back to orthodox stance now for Farkhad Sharipov. Turns him with the left hook. And now he switches to southpaw again.
Yep,
inside thigh kick from Farkhad. And back to orthodox, Pat. It's got to be frustrating for Bass.
Well, but if he recognizes what he does when he switches to those stances, you should be able to figure him out at that point.
Bass keeping the gloves nice and high. The chin tucked here. Launches a round kick to the liver section off the left leg. Does Farkhad Sharipov. Left hand from Farkhad. Nice head movement from Sharipov. And there's already some swelling under the right eye of Stephen Bass, courtesy of those jabs from Farkhad Sharipov.
Sharipov, first kick we've seen really from the conventional stance.
Nice left hand as Bass came in. Good evasion of the left there. Sharipov moving well in the early get-go of this fight. Once again switches from orthodox to southpaw. Now look out for the left leg kick. There it is to the head from Farkhad.
Got to be ready for that.
You are right though, Pat. If you've seen Farkhad fight before, you know what he's going to do every time he switches stance to southpaw. He's going to throw the big left, he's going to throw the left high.
Yeah, and if he goes to the conventional stance, I'm looking at chopping his legs up a little bit when he throws his jab, lean away from the jab, inside kicks, things like that, right hand over the top. And then when he goes southpaw, I'm looking to take him down off the kick or kick his leg out from underneath him when he's kicking, because I know it's coming.
Bass hunting for a submission here. Farkhad out of trouble. 1 minute 35 remains. First round of 3. Been a very active fight so far as Farkhad takes the back. Sharipov wants to ride him. Is he going to go for a belly to back suplex? It wouldn't be beyond him, Pat.
Bass knows Bass is digging in tight.
Used to be one of his specialties early on in his wrestling career, the old belly to back for Farkhad Sharipov.
Said he did it in street fights.
He did.
Over in his home country. Said he had to fight all the time. Uh-oh.
Belly to back? No. Stephen Bass momentarily out of trouble. 1 minute remains, first round. Entertaining contest here. Jab from Sharipov. Fighting orthodox stance here. We actually asked him yesterday which was his preferred stance, the orthodox or the southpaw, and he said he had no preference. He enjoys switching, always has and always will. No real signs of ring rust here from Farkhad. He last fought 15 months ago. Looks good so far though, Pat.
Yes, he does.
Pro boxing background as well, record of 5-1. And actually said he did no research whatsoever on Stephen Bass. It's not something he likes to do on any opponent. That right eye is swelling quite nicely on Bass.
Bass looks a little tired for some reason.
Left hook from Farkhad, moves in for a double leg takedown, couldn't get it off. And this will be the end of the first round. Oh, Farkhad.
Is he out?
Landing on the side of his head, and that could have been a bit hurtful. We go to the towels.
When you get to him against the cage, turn your hip and slowly get that underhook. You get him off your head. And you push right down in there, right inside the hook. I'm gonna get there all day. And you're hitting with a big shot. You know what I'm saying? Rushing and throwing like that. Remember, up real high. Stick the elbow real high, real up in his face, okay? You need to start working on him, alright? Don't stand there. Move. You need to move your power.
Problems, perhaps, and the vision out of that right eye for Stephen Bass. Farkhad Sharipov did an absolute number on it using his jab in the opening round. 10-9 to Farkhad Sharipov, says Pat Miletich, and Bass has really got to get a work on with things here. Got to find a way to get on the inside, try and get Farkhad on his back. Oh, Farkhad. Nice left hook. Catches the kicking leg, looks for a takedown and gets it.
For that choke.
Bass wants a submission. Farkhad just pounds away a little to the lower right rib cage. Inside the full guard now of Bass.
Doing a nice job of slicing that knee through, though, to get to half. Nice control here. Bass, good job getting back to butterfly guards.
Bass coming off a decision loss to Marcus Brimage. Part of the Ultimate Fighter Season 14, Bisping versus Miller. His last fight also a long time ago, 21 months, due to those 3 surgeries for hernias. Actually had a hernia surgery after his Ultimate Fighter appearance, did Stephen Bass. Just kicks off Farkhad Sharipov and they're back to their feet.
Nice job getting out of there. And he said he got the hernia from lifting the back end of a Taurus, Ford Taurus. It's pretty strong.
Two-door Ford Taurus.
Okay.
1-2 there from Bass. Bass has slowed down a little here. Sharipov in orthodox stance. He has been for most of the round. Wonder if we'll see him switch and try and work that wicked left leg round kick he has.
Bass is tired.
Could also be the Daniel Bryan style beard weighing him down. That one went over your head, didn't it, Pat? You know,
I was going to say Amish.
WWE
I was going to say
fan.
Amish MMA.
Yeah. Oh, jumping knee! And the takedown from Farkhad Sharipov inside the closed guard of Bass. Under 3 minutes remaining, second round. Right hand from Farkhad Sharipov. Looks for some ground and pound now. The man from Kyrgyzstan.
Nice job passing.
We haven't seen a lot of the boxing prowess of Stephen Bass on the feet. He was a South Carolina Golden Gloves champion as an amateur.
Technically illegal to grab the cage with your feet, your toes, but was able to do that. Got to get his hips up here. Sharipov knows it. Look at how he's blocking his hips from coming up there for a while by scooping that leg. Couldn't turn his hips over.
Oh, Farkhad. Looking for the high knee, Bass, but couldn't get it. Takes a huge breath. He is absolutely running low on the gas tank here,
yeah,
Pat.
He's smoked. He's smoked.
Storm. Farkhad could finish him here. Because Bass just has no energy, has no oxygen. And Farkhad's going to start to pound away. Farkhad takes the back, trying to turn in those right hands to the jaw. Bass forced to cover up. Sharipov with the elbow to the kidney there. He could be ripe for the picking here, Stephen Bass. Looking to get the hooks in now, Farkhad Sharipov.
See if he flattens him out here. There he goes.
Is this the beginning of the end for Stephen Bass? Farkhad in control. Flattens him out again. Bass with nowhere to go. Farkhad just unloading on him.
He's landed a few more solid shots in repetition. Get the referee to step in for him.
Referee keeping a close eye on it. He may stop it soon if Bass takes any more of this punishment. High on the back of the side of the body now, Farkhad. Shots to the head, shots to the body. Farkhad Sharipov all over Stephen Bass. This is over, surely. Yes, it is. A sweet victory back in the winner's circle for Farkhad Sharipov.
Nice, solid performance. Tough kid. As he works his way up in talent as opponents, he's going to have to adjust that kicking from the southpaw stance mainly, and then when he goes conventional boxing, people are going to pick that up pretty quick.
Well, Bass devastated here, out of breath in that round, and Farkhad is bouncing around the balls of his feet, celebrating. Back in the winner's circle, taking his record to 14-5.
My coach, thanks boxing, Jungle MMA, Bruce, Full Circle MMA, Matt, my brothers, sisters, my father, mother, everybody, my manager in the hotel, my employee, thanks a lot.
Sharipov, one of the real nice guys in mixed martial arts. An important victory for him here tonight. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of Farkhad Sharipov on future XFC cards. The Albuquerque Convention Center, beautiful setting for tonight's fights, where we still have our two big ones, Diego Lima, Ricky Rainey, Stephanie Egging and Angela Magana. And Cyrus Fee is about to make this one all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Romero stops his fight at 4:19 in the second round. Your winner by TKO due to strikes, and will now fight for the XFC featherweight title, Farkhad Sharipov.
Farkhad Sharipov takes his record to 14-5, pounding out Stephen the Big Fish Bass.